morning, everybody. So I'm trying not to make this a PlayStation versus Xbox thing every Saturday morning, but PlayStation did undeniably have a great week this past week. So we're going to talk about it. I hope you have your coffee with you, especially you Xbox users. Let's get into it. First up, we've got a massive update for PlayStation Portal users. Sony has rolled out a game-changing feature that allows you to use PlayStation Cloud to play on the Portal. No PS5 required. Just grab your PlayStation Plus subscription and you can stream over 120 PS5 games directly to your handheld device. That means you can now play your favorite titles anywhere, anytime. This is a huge step forward for Sony's cloud gaming and really shows Sony's commitment to keeping us connected and entertained on the go. Next up, and I'm not gonna lie, this is probably the biggest news that happened all week, PlayStation is reportedly making a big move to acquire Kadokawa Corporation, the parent company of FromSoftware, the masterminds behind iconic franchises like Dark Souls and Elden. This potential acquisition could bring these epic titles even closer to the PlayStation ecosystem, enhancing the gaming experience for millions of fans worldwide on PlayStation. Now, I understand why Xbox users are mad. If anybody's going to gatekeep these games, it would be PlayStation. I understand that. I'll just say this. Like I said, whenever Microsoft was acquiring Activision Blizzard, let's hold off. We might be surprised.
And then again, I could be wrong.
And finally, let's talk about some inspiring words from the head of Remedy Entertainment. In a recent interview, he shared their vision for developing blockbuster games, emphasizing that they must never lose that secret sauce that makes Remedy games so unique. It's all about creating rich, immersive worlds and stories that captivate players while staying true to their creative roots. And honestly, we can't see what amazing experiences Remedy has in store for us next. That's what we've got for today, with a bunch more sprinkled throughout, and I'm joined by the brightest minds on YouTube to give their expert analysis. Welcome to the Casual Consumer live stream. No, that's not bad. I'll switch it up. But welcome to the Casual Consumer live stream. Good morning. Happy Saturday.
Good morning.
We made
Happy
it.
Saturday, guys.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Yeah. So, big news. Gigi, she moved into her house. I talked to her yesterday because she was like, she's not gonna get any sleep and didn't know. But by that time we talked, she was already moved into her house, which is crazy. It's absolutely nuts. How's it going in the new house? How's it feel?
It's awesome. I love it. I'm not tripping over dogs, so that's good.
That's always a good thing.
Yeah. So everything's slowly but surely getting ready. Like pretty much all the furniture is put together and everything's moved over and all that good stuff. So I'm excited. I can't wait to get like my stuff up on the walls, get the office, finish setting the office up.
Yes. Yeah, that's it. And getting it the perfect way is just, it's like magic. I was going back and looking at prior videos that I did, and I had lights up over the posters and whatnot, and I was like, God, I missed that.
Yeah, I bet. I actually got like these 2 nightstands, and I was like, I'm putting them together last night, and then I'm like, what is this? And like LED strips, and I was like, oh god.
Dope. It's like so many possibilities. So Scotty, how's your week been?
My week's been alright.
Yeah. Okay.
YouTube heavy, really, just like getting content out, writing content and whatnot.
Awesome.
Working as usual.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's been good. Productive.
Thank
I've
you.
been happy this week.
I appreciate you saying that, because I was going to mention, I almost forgot, dude, that video about what Ghost of Tsushima could have been revolutionary.
Yeah.
It was
Oh, thanks,
it
man.
changed
You like that, yeah?
my world. Yes, because I was like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, I guess, whatever. I was just gonna go along with it. I was just, content to get another Ghost of Tsushima game. But when you laid it out, like which way they could have gone with it, I was like, well, now I'm not as excited about Yote because I know what we're missing out on. No, it's good. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
It's like, so the natural evolution of that would be, the Mongols, and then obviously because you are at odds with, the samurai.
The Shogun, the Shogun and your uncle,
right?
Well. So there's still unfinished business.
Exactly.
I think, personally,
yes.
See how it ended. I mean, either way, like whatever ending you choose, there's repercussions and a story on the back of it. I think
100%.
So if it's obviously leaving the uncle, well, letting your uncle live,
Mm-hmm.
then obviously the shogun will be pissed. Oh, sorry. The shogun are going to be angry with the uncle as well as Jin. So they're going to go after Jin.
Yeah.
And if it was the other decision where he kills his uncle, then Jin's going to want to get the shogun for thinking like, hold on, you made me kill my uncle. I'm going to get you lot for that.
Yeah.
And they're going to be at him anyway. So they could have done something with that, I think. But
yeah,
you know.
100%. So that's
think of the spin-off games they could make off his video right there.
that they could have done Yotai like right after that, you know,
Yeah.
depending on how it ended. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, Fox. What I don't want is for us as the fans to find out what happens with Jin and his story through a dialogue in that game, because I feel like that's an opportunity lost. Like, we could have played that as fans. We don't want to hear about it through dialogue. We want to experience that.
Exactly. No, you're 100% correct on that, and I'm sure a lot of people feel the same way. We're missing out on a big chunk of story, very interesting story, that the conflict, like if you let your uncle live, the conflict between you and him, you know, just say he sided with the shogun, that is just ripe for a great experience. And I don't know why they didn't decide to go that way, but you know, whatever, you know,
might be a future DLC, who knows.
That's what I'm saying, like either spin-off games or
was,
like DLCs or like
that wouldn't do us justice.
I don't know, some games
think
do like comics, don't they? Like Injustice had like a whole comic set that went with the games that kind of
right on.
I think so. I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Right on.
Play it, but at least like if I got it, I've got this canon something or another that fills it in, so that'd be cool too.
Right on.
But I do want to say, like, I am still looking forward to Ghost of Yotai. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Or Yotai, I was not too sure.
Right.
I just would have liked that story to be concluded first, or at least let's get it addressed. But that's just my opinion. But I just want to like say thanks to everyone that viewed, shared, comment on the video, because it's my highest video in terms of views, and you know, I just do this for fun, man. I just didn't the reaction it got. So
that's what we love to see.
Appreciate that.
Yes.
That's awesome though.
100%.
I haven't really been active on anything trying to buy this house and get a move on, but I am gonna watch it and get it shared for you.
Life gets in the way, man, with that kind of stuff.
It does.
But
and as I was like feeling like I was literally gonna have to lay down and die last night. I just remember laying like I was like on the floor of my bedroom, like had just put the bed together, and I just yelled out, "We are never ever moving again." So,
that's fantastic.
So this might be the forever house. I'm probably not. Yeah.
Right on.
Gonna be lucky to get me to move something to the front yard at this point.
But
you did it. That's the main thing. And congrats. Well done.
Yes.
Well done.
Thank you.
Well done.
All right.
I'm glad I didn't oversleep today.
So we've got a bunch of videos to get through, like gaming videos, things like that. But I wanted to start this out with something that I think is absolutely unnecessary. Hollywood has been on a kind of tear to get live action of everything, and it kind of feels like, don't get mad at me, Gigi, but it kind of feels like whenever they remade or remastered, you know,
Horizon,
yes, and Last of Us, yes,
yeah.
These movies, Moana 2 or live action Moana's coming out. It's like it
feels, I saw that.
Yeah,
what?
it feels ridiculous. It feels so crazy. But this is one that I already thought was going to be hard to make live action, and they kind of just proved me right. So let's get into that one real quick. I know.
Let me see if it's the one I think it is. Oh my goodness, yes. Okay.
When you carry this axe, you carry all of us with you.
Dad, I can't kill dragons.
No.
But you will. I'm a Viking.
Yeah.
I'm a Viking!
Right? No. Yes. I love me some Toothless.
It's okay. I won't hurt you.
To me, it looks like they just pulled it out of the animated and just like remastered. Yeah. It looks like a remaster of what they already had. I know. I know. Well, he's also not a stick figure.
Yeah, I know, but
So,
still
like,
though, it feels like
Hiccup was like a stick figure.
yes. Oh, 100%. I'm
Super skinny.
definitely not fighting you on that, but at the same time, it's like this does not have the same feel. This does not have like the. I feel like the acting's not going to be as good. They might surprise me. Don't get me wrong, but this is another. Just throw it on the pile of live action movies that didn't need to be made. You know what I mean? Just throw it on the pile. That pile is huge.
This didn't need to be live
What's
action.
what's this on the back of? I'm not familiar with this franchise.
Okay, this is
How to Train Your Dragon.
Mm-hmm. And there's actually there's a book series.
Oh, I didn't know about the book series.
And that's what this is based off of. But like, if you look in the books, like Toothless is like this like Chihuahua-sized dragon.
That's hilarious.
So I'm really glad that they like, did a difference, you know, because the cartoons are more awesome to me. But I loved that trilogy. I love Toothless. I mean, like, it was cute. I have like a little dragon tattoo from back in the day. And when my kid was like 2, he comes up and I was in a tank top and he goes, Toothless. Like, that was like our franchise. But yeah, I did see the preview. Somebody sent me that the other day, and I was just like, this has got to be like a fan-made thing. Like, this isn't real.
At first, it looked like that, but then you see Gerard Butler standing there, and it's like,
Yeah.
oh no, they did it. they actually
and
did
I
it.
was like,
So are you two not happy with this then, or?
I don't know.
Hey guys.
I don't have that that one plug-in where it shows you the dislike ratio, but I can only imagine. So I showed the picture of Toothless to my kid. He's a huge fan of the movies, the series, or the movies anyway, and he was like, ugh. I was like, same, buddy, same. It just makes me want to watch the original movies, and it sucks that it has to be this way, but you know, what do you do? What are you doing?
I'm not gonna lie. I have like the How to Train Your Dragon toys. Some of them are my kids.
Yeah.
A lot of them are mine. I've got the original Build-A-Bear Toothless, and I've got the collector's edition Toothless. And
Yeah.
like, all this other stuff. I've got the
Quick
light
question for you
cheering.
then. Which movie is your favorite?
I actually really loved the original. Like,
The first one?
that's
Yes.
what captured me. But if we're gonna talk about what touched my heart the most, is honestly the Christmas movie. They came out with a Christmas movie right after the first one, and I was like, it's so beautiful. Like, yeah. But I cried everything. I'm super sensitive, and so. But
my favorite part.
I just love them all.
Yeah, my favorite part of that was when Stoic, how his character arc was kill dragons. Oh, you threw your lot in with them. You're not my son. And then when a toothpick, I almost called him toothpick, but when what is his name? The kid.
Toothless.
Hiccup. Good Lord.
Yeah.
But when Hiccup, came through, he was just like his dad, giving direction, blah blah blah, doing his thing, and his dad apologizing. It was heartfelt. You felt it, and
And then when he like went and thanked Toothless for saving his son.
Yes.
Like
that's
what got me.
Oh my
I was
gosh.
like, man, you swallowed your Viking pride.
Yeah.
You went in
His
there,
whole
you're just-
life he's been fighting dragons.
Yeah, and
Best at
you
it,
know,
too.
That's hard. That's gotta be hard to change. Like, oh my cat is crawling up my front doors.
All right, I'm gonna try to do some magic here. Okay, we're gonna move into our next one. So overall, love the series. Not a fan of what's going on here. So we're gonna try to do some magic here. Guys,
We're gonna suddenly turn it into the animated one.
yes.
Oh.
Please pray for me.
The secret level.
Wow. How?
Oh, just
You
because
did good. You're just so hard on yourself.
I didn't have the volume on.
Oh, it's
Like an idiot. Idiot.
You know what's mad?
Yeah.
I was gonna do, the similar video I did for Ghost of Tsushima.
Mhm.
I'm started writing a script for the next video, which was this.
Right on. Sifu.
That's so crazy.
So-
That's so crazy.
Have you guys ever? I didn't do any kind of like back on this. I just looked at it and I was like, oh, this is going into the lineup. But it looks. Have you guys ever seen what is it? Love, Death, and Robots on Netflix?
Bits and bobs.
I think it's absolutely fantastic, but it feels like this is what they're doing, little short animated movies or animated projects for different games. And holy crap, dude, it looks like they went the same way as Arcane. It looks like the same animation as Arcane. It looks really freaking good. And I mean,
Yeah.
Arcane is super popular, why wouldn't you? It looks so good. So I cannot wait to see how they incorporate how he dies, how that works, and all that.
Is this a game or is this like a show?
I want to say it's going to be like a little short film,
Right.
a little short animated film,
Okay.
along with a bunch of other projects. Now I don't know that for sure. I'm probably going to need to be corrected in the comments, but and it's coming to I want to say Amazon Prime.
Oh, okay.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Amazon just picking up these shows now. Oh, there you go. There's the logo. So was it
Amazon's
Fallout?
for everything.
Yeah, they had Fallout. They had Halo through Paramount. They got
yes.
Sifu by the looks of it.
Yeah.
What else? Gigi, there's something else.
They're supposed to be developing. I can't remember if it's Prime or
Yakuza.
Netflix.
There's a Yakuza
I
show
want to say
as
that
well.
they're the ones that's doing
There's
that.
one of those, and then there's a Horizon show. But I think, if I'm thinking correctly, the show is supposed to be like pre-Aloy.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know how that really works in the world of Horizon, because like the whole basis of the story is this
Right.
savior, this hero, this person that can help
Yeah. I think
redo
Horizon
the planet.
just follow the story because they get to the backstory. You know what I mean? They get to the history of how they got there, what happened. So why don't they
I
just do
know.
that?
And I'm slowly but surely recording it for my channel.
It's
I
okay.
have 2 full games done that I need to edit, and then I'm already
Oh,
doing this.
wow. Wow.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to try Sell Horizon to me because I couldn't get into it at all.
Sell Horizon. Oh.
I've got
I
this.
get you, I get you.
Maybe I'll have to do some commentary.
Yes. Yeah. Commentary.
Do some like videos with snippets in there and just talk and be on screen.
Yeah.
We'll see what we can do.
I hate to say this, but my favorite ones, like if I'm backseat gaming, I like the ones that have it to where it looks like a movie.
Yeah.
As silly as that sounds, but those are my favorite. I just want to get the story, a little bit of gameplay, which they do usually have, but if I'm backseat gaming, I like it to be like kind of a movie, and they're usually like 5-6 hours long. It's crazy.
Right. Well, that's what I did with the Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah.
I did all the memories that you can do, and that basically gives you the whole backstory of the game.
Oh, right on. Yeah. But so Sifu, if you haven't played it, please play it. They kind of fell under the same thing as FromSoft games do, where they were like, oh, there's no difficulty toggle on this, so they added the difficulty toggle if you want your games, if you want to play it on easy, medium, or hard. They have that now. Go play it before this comes out, because this is going to be an absolute treat, guaranteed. I'm looking at it. It's going to be a treat. It looks gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. The story is really simple, but it's very sentimental, and it hits home. Really simple story. People kill his family. He goes on a revenge tour. So, that's that. But the execution is paramount in this one. So, yeah, if you haven't seen it, go see it. A little bit of magic thrown in there too. But,
Rock on.
yeah. So,
You sold me. I'm ready.
What I was trying to avoid was going back and forth between these screens, But no, it's gonna take a little bit more setup. So
It's okay.
Whatevs. Right. We'll do this. We'll get it.
I like going full screen and then coming back to us with us on the side. So I do like that.
Okay. Right on. That's what we'll do then.
I like the new font as well.
How you guys do.
Helps me out. Oh.
Help Fox out.
We've got Loki Jarson. We've got Loki. What's up, Loki? I've been talking to Loki a lot in the on X. Really good guy. Definitely, he's one of the people we're probably gonna bring on as a special guest. There's been a few other,
great.
But
Loki's, who else we got in the chat? We got Yorch. What's up, Yorch?
Yorch
in the chat.
What?
And we have Lord Beerus in the chat.
My darling. Good morning, sir.
Oh, you actually called him your darling. That's the first time I've heard you compliment him. Wow, it must be Christmas.
It's getting close.
I must be tired. I normally don't sweet talk him in public.
Right on. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this one.
I was gonna say, Fox. No, quick shout out to you. The fonts, you've changed it again, haven't you? Looks good. I like it. Yeah, it's good. It's good.
I can't keep anything the same.
No,
I don't know
why. It's nice.
Oh my gosh. And I spelled everything right too, so I'll raise the roof for that one.
Oh yeah,
I wanted to make sure I spelled everything right.
You spelled boozy wrong, didn't you? Once I think.
Yes, it was
boozy.
Yeah.
Not that boozy.
I know. It wasn't even Halloween. It would have been good for Halloween, but
yeah. What is it?
It was just
next year.
So this one I found on the PlayStation YouTube. This is a new game that's coming out, and it looks interesting. I don't know if you guys will like it though, but just for how interesting it looks, I wanted to include it in this. So let's get over to that one. God bless you, whoever that was.
Bless you. Yeah, I know your allergies are bad.
Rats can do that? Of course it's a game.
What is this, like Stuart Little?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Oh my goodness. I know, right? What the heck? Not a turtle? Oh, it's another mouse. Huh.
Right
I'm getting what's the game with the cat? Stray.
Oh yeah,
I'm getting straight. Yeah, I'm getting straight.
Stray felt like there was a little more to it, you know.
Yeah, Stray had a point.
Yeah. Wow. But this one feels like you're just in a forest with a bunch of your friends and just doing whatever rats do with their frog backpacks.
Like a cozy game, but also it has some gameplay aspects that aren't just cozy game. Like it's like a cozy adventure game, maybe. I don't know if that is a genre, but
is it supposed to be like those type of not simulation? No, it wouldn't be simulation, would it? Because you're actually moving the character. I think I know where you're going, GG, but I'm just trying to find the genre
Yeah.
for it. Well, I'm getting Black Myth Wukong vibes from that Shadow movie you just did.
Oh, freaking Loki says it looks like Moss without the VR. Right on. Okay. Right on. I'm definitely gonna have to check that out after this. I want to say,
have a look.
if is Moss the one where you are the little mouse and you have like a little sword? I want to say that's the one, if I'm not mistaken. But it surprised me with a lot of the stuff that you were able to do. Coming to PS5 wish list now. It looks like
Yeah, I
it's gonna
mean
be an
the
exclusive.
interaction with objects is quite interesting, isn't it?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
is it a rat or a mouse? I don't want to be like
It
rude.
looks like a rat.
I think it's
A rat.
I think it's
You don't know-
supposed to be a mouse,
Yeah.
but like,
you don't know who you're gonna offend these days. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
yeah.
That's hilarious.
Right. So
You're not wrong
yeah.
about that. It's like you sneeze wrong and somebody's like, ugh. You're
I know.
canceled.
Exactly. But no, it's pretty cool. Like that's cool. Jumping
Yeah.
on the rope, the interaction with objects.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, again, like what is the plot of this game? Is it just to get from point A to B
Mhm.
by completing these things, these puzzles,
Right
these
on. yeah,
mazes?
yeah. That took
Yeah.
me over the edge right there. That was like, man, that's cool. But it's like, yeah,
Man,
what
it's-
is the point of the game?
I mean, I'll probably watch some gameplay just to try to figure out what's going on.
Yeah. It could just be one of those, just come in here and chill out. Chill with your
Yeah, it could
rat
be.
buddies. Yeah.
And then I don't know, you might speak to whoever else, and they say, right, to get to this place, we need to do this. Can you help with that? Do you know what I mean? And they're
Yeah.
moving bricks, they're pulling that X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
Yeah, there might be a story. We probably just need to see and hear more of it. But games like that do have an audience, though. That,
Oh,
that much
100%.
I
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not in that category though.
Right on. Well, as far as the looks of it, and the mechanics are interesting, this probably isn't one that I would play either, but mechanics look interesting. The world looks beautiful. The
Graphics,
controls seem a little wonky to me. They don't seem as smooth as they could be. Like whenever here, I'll fast forward over to it. But when that I want to say it looked like a magpie, but a crow or a magpie, when he's coming down and he swoops and it
that
just
one, right?
Oh,
You know what I mean?
right. Okay,
it's not as
okay.
smooth
Okay.
as it could be. I think it needs a little
Wow,
bit
good
of polish.
spot. I did
I-
not spot that. Good
Yeah, you're right. Because I heard you say magpie earlier, and I was like, wait, what? Where? Like, I totally missed it.
Right on.
I think I was so focused on the little mouse and
Uh-huh.
or rat, for those
Yeah,
that might get
yeah.
offended.
spot.
It just-
boy.
I don't know. The tail is shorter than a rat's tail. It's skinnier than a rat's tail, so I'm gonna say mouse.
Oof,
But
right on,
whatever.
right on. Yeah,
Um,
whatever it is.
Yeah, I mean, I was so focused on this little guy that I was just like, I'm not seeing anything else.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks neat. Like I can see why some
Right.
people would play it.
Yeah.
Like I'm obsessed with cats, so you knew I was gonna play Stray before
Yes.
I even knew what it was about. But it had a good storyline. It
Mm-hmm.
had quests. It had everything. It was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
But with this, it's just not something. It's something I'm interested in checking out. Like as far
Yeah.
as watching people play.
Right.
But it's probably not something that I
Yeah.
will play.
It's definitely something I want to hear more about. Yeah.
Yeah, especially with my backlog. Like, oof,
I know the
goodness
backlog.
gracious.
It gets bigger every day. Gets bigger.
Moving, I found more games.
I don't know why. Lord Beerus said something funny in the chat. It's made me laugh. He said Merlin and Shadow can tell what it is. They're smart cats. I just interpreted that as they'll eat it if they
They
saw
are
it.
smart cats. But I'm going to let you know right now, Beerus, that Merlin hid for 15 hours yesterday. I honestly didn't even know if he was still in this new house. Like, I was just like, did he somehow escape? Like Dory said. And yeah, he my son and I are sitting in here in the office setting some stuff up last night, and all of a sudden I hear Merlin, and I'm like, where? And we're like all excited just because I don't even know where he hid, dude. Don't know where he hid. But Shadow's over here,
Right on.
and he says hello to you, Beerus.
Dope.
and that you better increase his fishies if you want him to continue to work for you.
So, this next one is a game trailer I found on Xbox's YouTube. I want to say it's been announced. Yeah, obviously I gotta.
What are you doing over
gotta
there?
gotta play both sides.
On
you know?
Xbox's YouTube?
Because we're gamers. We're gamers.
Gotta play
And
both
we're
sides.
trying to
We
be
are.
fair to
We are.
everyone.
Yeah.
We are.
It doesn't tickle my fancy, but I believe there will be. Okay, there will be someone who really likes this. I can almost guarantee it. It has a really interesting kind of idea going on, and I think a lot of people will be interested. So let's get over to that. Hopefully I don't screw it up.
The dark usually means danger. Now, it's your ally. Don't fear the dark. Use it. Blind Fire is the world's first pitch-black arena shooter. When the lights go out, trust your senses, steady your nerves.
Oh yeah.
In the dark,
Something different.
every sound makes you a target. Each shot fired gives away your position. So if you shoot, shoot to kill, or it's lights out.
So it's like,
You may be down, but you're not out. Don't just watch the fight, affect the outcome. More importantly, get your sweet, sweet revenge. Lay traps, shake things up, and keep yourself in the game. Team up, control the darkness,
Yeah.
hunt the enemy. Just watch
the
your
idea
head.
is awesome. It kind of reminds me
Friendly
of
fire could cost you more than just the
war.
match.
Like Iraq and Afghanistan, the real game.
Keep your cool. Embrace the dark. Be the last one standing.
Yeah.
Blind fire. Light them up.
I mean, it kind of looks like a laser tag type game,
Kind of.
but they're trying to make
Yeah,
it
that's a good
like
call.
Mhm.
a little more like. They're trying to make it a shooter game, but they're trying to bring something new to it, and I like that. I like
Yeah.
that concept.
Yeah.
The part where they were like, "Firing will give your position away." I felt like smacking the commentator, like, "No crap, dude." Like, but again,
No shit, Sherlock.
people, yeah, exactly. Like people that don't have like a tactical like background maybe don't think of that like I do. So then I felt kind of bad because I'm like,
Oh, it's
picking
all
on
up to the
people.
mechanics of
Yeah, but like even
Yeah.
in my thing is like if we're in the dark for so long, our eyes adjust.
right.
You know,
right.
or
Well,
they adjust enough to be able to see certain things, you know, and we've also got like night vision goggles and so on and so forth. So
Right,
I'm like,
yeah.
I'm looking at this and I'm like, well, can you like earn like different, like, can you earn like a 30 seconds of night vision or however it is? Because they had something, you know, they hit a button and something lit up,
That's
like
dope. Yeah.
a heat signature or something, and I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I might like if my brother and nephew get this game, it's probably something that I would come and like check out. Maybe,
Yeah.
Maybe I would want to buy it after that. I don't know.
Oh. Yeah.
I'm just not a shooter person. Like I want a story. I want an immersion and stuff like that. So this looks like something cool. Like I would play, like once in a while with friends or something, but not necessarily something that I'm trying to buy.
Yeah.
But I think it looks cool.
It says it's available now on Xbox.
I think they could. I think there's a lot of potential. Like, it really did look kind of like laser tag.
Yeah. Yeah, it does. I really love the concept that they're going for here.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. Pretty cool.
They
It's
did a
creative,
good
isn't
job.
it?
I
Yeah,
think-
very.
I thought it
creative.
was really creative, especially if you like a shooter but you don't want to deal with all the crap. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I think
it's probably got
I think-
online play and it's probably got like, you know, local or single player. So, I mean, it looks fun to me.
Logie says, He wonders if it'll devolve into everyone randomly shooting.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
some people will just go crazy and just, you know what?
Yeah.
You want something like?
Oh,
See
yeah.
that part that popped up that said "Beware friendly fire." That would be me like trying to play with my son.
Dude, that's
Like-
brutal. You
He'd be
can't
like,
do
"Hey,
that.
come here real quick, so I can show you something."
Well, that's a
That's
good
brutal.
point. You need to be able to identify your colleagues. Surely
Yeah.
there must be ways to
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah.
I think hopefully. Hopefully.
But you know what? Games like this, it reminds me of like the old school Tom Clancy Rainbow games.
Mhm.
Oh, right on.
Communication in games like this will
Yeah.
have to be key.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I suppose you could go into a random lobby and just play this game on your own,
Mhm.
but I think communication is going to be really key because
Yeah.
if you've got a team with you, you say, right, you to the left, watch your six, all of that. Do you know what I mean? You need to really communicate if you want to get this done right.
Yeah.
Or as Loki said in the chat, if you want to have fun, just go in and start shooting everything up, which
That'd
people
be a
will
lot of
do.
fun. Oh yeah,
People will
guaranteed.
do it. But it screams anxiety to me as well for some reason.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't know, like games like this when like you get shot in the dark, it's like, oh my god, like because you don't expect it.
Exactly. Yes. so
So
I
yeah,
think the run and gun of the Call of Duty and the Black Ops, they're not going to be interested in this. This is going to be I don't want to like, it's when I say this I don't mean to denigrate, but it's probably going to be very niche. But I do think it will be successful for what it's trying to go for. Honestly, I
Yeah.
think enough people will be interested in this to where they can keep making updates and keep fresh content coming to those who are playing it. So, I mean,
is this free?
I agree.
I don't know.
Let me have a look.
That's-
Blind fuck, it says available. No, but at the same time, it's not free, but it's not expensive to be fair. From what I can see. £7 quid.
Oh, how do we?
That's not bad.
So I don't know what quid is.
Oh, sorry, man. £7. $7.
Oh,
Sorry,
gotcha.
Quid is their
Sorry.
quid is their slang for like dollars.
Pounds.
It's
Yeah,
pounds.
yeah, basically.
Right,
yeah.
right.
Like $7. $7.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, that would be
Yeah,
like
yeah,
saying
yeah,
$7.
yeah.
It's
What do we-
like
Yeah.
quid.
Do you guys do one that's like, it's a rock, right?
No, we have like a tenner, which is £10, or a score. A score is
Score.
£20.
Good, good lord,
yeah.
you're killing me. It's like what?
Yeah,
A tenner,
yeah, yeah. There you go. That was right.
a stone,
A tenner.
stone.
20 quid.
What's stone? What is that? A stone.
A stone.
Yeah.
We have a pound.
Okay. It's like if you
don't know
say,
what stone
oh, a
is.
30 stone.
30 stone. Oh, that's someone's weight.
Oh, okay.
So it's like pounds. 30 pounds. Yeah.
I really
yeah.
appreciate you, because last thing I want to do is go over there. Oh, do you mean 30 stone? Just like, get out of here, you
Can
crazy.
you imagine? You know, if you guys do ever come to London, please do let me know.
Oh, of
'cause
course. What?
I can
Yeah,
just, I
let
can
me
just
know,
see
man.
it now.
Oh
like,
my
a bunch
God.
of people going,
we are so
Yeah.
hanging out.
Yes, we're gonna do the whole crumpets.
If we come,
I'll
you know
try
I'm
tea and
calling
milk.
you.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. And the thing is,
You-
what's going to be great is I'm going to let you guys just run wild in the store and I'm going to let you do the talking. And I'm just going to be there.
Yeah.
Just see how you go.
You're gonna
So
like,
good.
go and be like get a load of these Americans, guys. Like, check this out.
No.
Do you have a lot of Americans that come over and try to replicate the English accent or the British accent?
No, they're themselves.
Okay.
We get a lot of because we do. I think there's a club, Tottenham Hotspur, so they do a lot of NFL stuff now and
Okay.
a few American sports over here.
Whoa. Okay.
And yeah, this like I've seen some like basketball players. I don't know them, but I
Right,
know
right.
like they're bloody tall, man. Like and they're with a squad, so you're like, yeah, they're like basketball players or something, and
Yeah.
they're really friendly, man.
Okay.
Really friendly.
Right on. Heck yeah. Well, that's
Yeah,
happening
yeah,
here. We're getting represented okay across the pond.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's brilliant.
I don't know. If I come over there, like you and Bunny and even Hideaway are gonna have to make time for me.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
I
course.
mean, hanging out.
You know.
Yeah.
So this one.
You guys might have to run away and hide because I could probably embarrass you. But
No, it's fine.
I'm okay being embarrassed too. Yeah, but this next one is coming from PlayStation. Another one from PlayStation. This one, I would probably pick this one up. This one looks so out of here. I'm just gonna play it because there's.
let's see. Not a giant like oh wow. Whoa. Trippy.
Yeah, it looks really good.
Nice him in. Yeah. This is really beautiful, like artistic. See,
Bionic Bay. Okay.
yeah, because like I was looking at one point and I was like, is that like a mannequin or robot like hand that they're climbing? And then I was like, because it was really cool.
Yeah.
Like that's interesting.
Mhm.
Like
It
looks
reminds me
really
of a game on Xbox. They did a game like this. I can't remember what it's called. You're a boy and you're walking through the level literally like this, and you come across these spiders, but you gotta interact with objects to get to the next point of the map.
Yeah. Oh,
I can't remember what the game's called. I don't know if anyone in the chat knows.
Oh,
I can't remember, but it reminds me of this. In truth, but this looks like a much more upgraded version than that game, because I think that game was like years ago. But this looks really good. I like the look of it. Graphics look good. I like the soundtrack as well. You can never fault the soundtrack.
I
Here's
like
the
that
skill of it in
you're
the chat.
able to like use objects to try to block things or help you.
Ooh. Oh, that was pretty sick.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
just
Oh,
really
that was
cool.
sick.
It kind of
Oh,
it kind
okay.
of reminds me of like Little Big Planet, like as far as like the big screen and the tiny character. Not Little Big Planet, Little Nightmares. My bad.
Oh, right on. It kind of looks like that.
Yeah, a little
Yeah,
bit. Oh god, move. Okay.
Oh, got the game. Loki, shout out to you, man.
Yes.
Limbo. Have you heard of the game called Limbo?
No,
Yes, you're right.
Yes.
He did call
Right. Okay. It reminds you of Limbo. Do you see what I mean, Gigi? Like, does
Yes.
it remind you? Yeah.
Yeah.
I get Limbo vibes.
Yeah.
Good.
Play
night.
Limbo, folks.
What's that?
This looks pretty
Play
neat.
Limbo.
Oh, right on. If I can get my hands on it, He said it was a PS4 title, so my PS4
Yeah.
is
So
in the
I
bedroom.
think Limbo is an Xbox exclusive, I believe.
Gotcha.
So this is probably Sony's equivalent.
right
if you
on.
will.
With the way that Xbox has been, I wouldn't be surprised if they start putting all their older titles on across platform, which
Do
I
you think that's
appreciate.
gonna happen?
Dude, I see it. So either so they'll probably have like a hybrid, like putting their old games on, or putting their games on cross-platform, making everything cross-platform, or like trying to get people funneled into Game Pass, or a little bit of both, because that's where they're sitting right now. They're testing out how their games are doing on other platforms, which they're doing really well apparently. So they're gonna put more games, because I think was Halo. I want to say people are super scared about that one going cross-platform.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
don't want that one to go. They were like,
Yeah,
it's
nah.
completely.
It's just
Anyway,
principle, I think.
I looked up Limbo. You can play it
Yeah.
on the PS4, which means you can.
Oh,
Play it
it's on PlayStation. Okay,
Right
Um,
on.
It's on the PS3. It's on Windows, Android.
Really?
The
Okay.
Switch. It's
So
on the
Fox,
Yes.
knock yourself out, my friend.
Switch, 360 and Xbox One.
Right on. See, this is coming out. You know what? I didn't even see a release date for this. Where are we?
It is going to be January. No, it says initial release date was January 26th of 2023.
Oh,
Oh
really?
shoot! So I'm way late. So what did they do an
Okay.
update on this,
And then they said that
or they're just
on
bringing
Steam
it to
it's going to be Q1 2025.
Oh,
It looks like it was like an
Okay.
initial release, and then like maybe they are like putting it out on other platforms now.
gotcha. Okay, right on.
I don't know.
All right. Well, there you go. Since 2023, I can go pick that up right now.
It says
apparently.
for Xbox, or not Xbox, you guys, for PlayStation.
Mm-hmm.
It's, you can add it to your wish list, but I didn't see where it said what the date was for release.
Okay. You know what?
While we're here,
Yes,
back
sir.
to that topic. I can see the argument of Xbox fans getting annoyed if Halo did transition to
Oh yeah,
a PlayStation console.
100%. Yes.
And I think it's just purely based on principle. It has forever been an Xbox exclusive. I think Halo was Xbox's first exclusive game in that right when it first came out, I believe.
Holy, right on.
So that would be, I think, a kick in the teeth
yeah.
if that specific franchise, Gears of War as well, I guess,
Oh,
but
yeah.
Halo I think will hurt a bit more
Jeez.
just because it was like Halo is just Xbox.
Yeah. When you
Halo-
think Xbox, you think Halo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Halo was part of the initial release with the OG
Yeah.
Xbox and everything, and so I can see that one. Like, don't let that one go. Like, I get that.
Yeah.
I really do. I'd be like Nintendo being like, here, PlayStation, have Mario.
Yeah, it's the equivalent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
It really
and
is.
so, like, I agree with you on that. But I do think some games are gonna. I crack you up?
Well, no, it's like the equivalent to me would have been Spyro or Crash Bandicoot, but we know what happened with those.
I was gonna say Crash Bandicoot, but then
Well,
like, you know,
Yeah, I know.
Microsoft owns it now, so I had to
Good
use
night.
something that they
Yeah.
don't own.
It's like, I tell you what, Xbox, if you can have Spyro and Crash Bandicoot, I can have Halo. Okay?
Yeah,
I'm
that's
just
true.
joking. I'm joking.
Well, my thing is like, all right,
Oh my gosh.
as long as they don't do
Mhm.
the. I'm sorry, I'm still so angry with Phil Spencer and everybody else. Okay.
Oh yeah. Well,
Hellblade.
Mhm.
It came out on every freaking platform.
Mhm.
It was successful. You bought the tiny little studio. Great for you. But then you made the second one an Xbox exclusive
Mhm.
because you're a jerk.
Well,
Like, no.
he's
not
trying to
well.
funnel people to his platform. Sony does the
Exactly.
exact same
I-
thing. How many people want
Yeah,
Stellar Blade
but-
right now? You know, and
Yeah,
Black
but
Myth
they
Wukong.
owned the studio already.
What do you mean?
You know what I mean? Like, okay, so like for me, like yes, PlayStation does the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
However, most of the time,
Mhm.
when you buy a studio and the game has been on other platforms before, you don't make it just an exclusive.
Right on.
You know what I mean? Like Stellar Blade, it was exclusively for PlayStation, but it didn't come out on PC, Xbox,
Mhm.
freaking Luna, whatever else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then like Stellar Blade 2 is only on PlayStation. And it didn't
Yeah,
work that way.
Man,
That to me was just like a jerk move by Xbox. And you totally probably lost a lot of money on that game.
yes,
because-
100% true. Yes.
Yeah. Because like for me, like I'm not
Yeah,
gonna go get an Xbox just to play that game.
Mm-mm.
I mean, not that I can't use my kids, but You know,
right.
besides the point. Like
Yeah.
I just thought that it was in poor taste for
Mm.
Xbox to be like, I'm gonna buy this. This game was super successful. I'm gonna let this studio do whatever they want, spend whatever they want, and we're gonna get all this stuff because we made it an Xbox exclusive, and it backfired on them. I know it did.
Ooh, that's a. You know what? Holy crap! I don't even know.
There's no way that they got. It's not just the game sales. They're trying to sell those consoles. There's
Yeah.
no way the console sales went up.
No, not because of Hellblade. No.
Yeah.
Probably
If
not.
anything, people did like I did, and they got out their laptop and they played it on their Game Pass on their laptop because they don't need a freaking Xbox.
Yeah.
You know what the best thing about sitting in the middle on the screen is I can look this way
Is it?
and I'm looking at Gigi, she speaks, and I can look at Fox when
Yeah.
he speaks.
Oh my gosh. Right on, right on. I'm
some
trying
serious edits out of that.
I'm sorry. We just know. I just don't think it's fair to gamers, especially
Right.
when your Xbox and your slogan is any
Play
game,
anywhere.
anytime, anywhere.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna take a game that was on any platform, easily accessible, and then you're gonna make it exclusive.
Yeah, no,
And
I
it's a sequel.
agree with you.
I
I
just-
100% agree with you. I think as far as Sony has pulled some way more egregious stuff.
I'm sure.
For me, Sony is less friendly to customers, to consumers, and with the way that, especially now, Xbox is way more customer friendly. Yeah. Yep.
And their data doesn't get breached as much. PlayStation.
Huh. Okay, so I see an article here by Gamer. It says Hellblade 2 sales aren't looking too good. So, but I mean, that's to be expected just because, I mean, how many Xboxes do you have out there? I guess you could play it on Game Pass, but it's like, what, 20, 30, maybe 35 million Xbox Series X's out there? And so it's like, what did you expect, you know? And with Hellblade, I loved it. I thought it was freaking fantastic. But, you know, I thought it was better than God of War, but it's also not as mainstream as God of War is.
Whoa.
I'm sorry.
Whoa. Hold on, Mr. Fox.
Oh my goodness.
It was
That is
so
the first
good.
time I saw. Look at Scotty, that face. Oh my god.
How dare you disrespect Kratos?
I'm not disrespecting. I'm telling you though. It's,
Well, okay,
it's,
so-
You're not
to
gonna say
me,
that.
it's better. To me, it's better.
Let me help Fox out. For a Viking game.
Hold on.
Well, he did go into Norse mythology, and he just
I know.
shit up.
Right. Yeah.
Greeks and Vikings didn't really cross though, right?
I know,
it's
but it
not
worked.
like-
It worked. It worked. Well, partially.
Hold on.
That, I don't know. That team up just kind of reminded me, like, you know, like freaking. And so the Romans, it was the Vikings going up against Jesus. Like, come on now.
But then, so
Could you
so
imagine
Fox, what-
instead of the crucifix, you get a blood eagle? Like, and for anybody that doesn't know what that is, they cut your ribs off of your spine, pull it open, take your lungs, and lay them across your shoulders so you can suffocate to death.
Nice.
And that was
Wow.
a Viking death sentence there.
Mm.
Supposedly, if you didn't scream when it happened, you went to Valhalla still, even though you were disgraced. And
Well,
I
yeah.
said it.
I mean, that's
I
kind of
said,
brutal, especially.
Forget Valhalla. I'll be screaming before the knife touches me. Like,
So
that's
I'm just trying to understand here,
Mm.
Fox.
Yeah.
Before we move on, sorry.
Yeah.
I tried to distract you guys.
Yeah, I'm trying to understand.
Mhm.
But before we move on, in what aspects do you think? And there's no right or wrong answer. You know,
Mhm.
you and I have jokes back and forth.
Yes.
So, where do you think Hellblade's better than God of War? Are you comparing it to the most recent God of War games on the PS4 and 5, or
Yeah.
the trilogy that we know God of War to be?
Just the most recent was in 2018. Yeah, and I want to say
Fair
that the last
Fair
one what came out in 2023. What did I say? Or
About
2022?
that.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
I think
okay.
with the 2018 remake and then was it 2023 or 2022 that
I don't remember. I can Google it, but I'm not gonna. But
okay.
I really liked what
But,
they did with Kratos and his story. I'm not taking anything away from him. I just liked Hellblade better. Hellblade,
Think
yeah.
about it. Hellblade it comes in on like the tail end of the Viking era. You know what I mean? So you've got stop reading that.
Right. Yeah.
I love Loki. I don't know who you are, but I
Yeah.
love you being in
He's-
this chat.
what did
man.
he
You
say? He
got
said-
to be,
He
you
said
got to be a
he
regular.
didn't play. He said he didn't like God of War or Hellblade, but
No, I know,
saying
but I'm just saying
Hellblade is
he's
better than God
cracking-
of War is crazy.
He's cracking me. He's cracking me up in the comments. I'm loving it.
I love it.
Anyway, I'm not gonna lie. I agree. But to me, they each have their own. Okay.
Yeah.
I loved Hellblade because it's like you come in on the end of the Viking era, and it's like you've got the culture like that is being taken over by the Vikings.
Hmm.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And it's
Yeah.
like a Celtic Viking type thing, but it shows mental illness.
Yes. Yeah.
And,
Yeah, I
and
remember you
it
saying
brings it
that.
in.
Yeah, I
It
remember you
brings
saying
it
that.
into this story and this way, and it's not just her overcoming these enemies that are Vikings that kind of took over her culture and did other things, and she's going on these quests, but she's also fighting this mental illness. So like
Mhm.
half the stuff is just in her head.
Yeah. You don't know
You
what's
know what
real
I
and what's
mean?
not. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
and then they're, you know, she's seeing this person that's giving her the background on all this Viking lore
Hmm.
that she doesn't really know. So it adds this layer that's different
Hmm.
than
Right. So-
than God of War. So like some gameplay aspects I can see, yeah, I enjoyed Hellblade more than God of War.
Yeah.
And other aspects like of gameplay, like absolutely God of War, hands down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The
But,
fighting for sure.
Yeah,
In
but,
Hellblade
like,
it got
the
repetitive.
Story, the
So is it like more
storyline.
the realism of it all?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
Yeah.
the
And-
whole
and-
hearing
much more grounded.
voices and
Yeah.
And
the
it wasn't
story.
just-
Yeah.
It's probably because I come from my parents were shrinks, okay? So like, you know, it's probably that I understand psychology a little differently than most lay people. But to me, it was, they brought in neuroscientists, they brought in psychologists, they did everything in this game to make it absolutely authentic. And when you're playing, especially with headphones, like you feel like you're the one hearing the voices.
Yeah. It
Yeah,
made
I
me
think
feel,
I think J-Book said something like that once.
Yeah.
Shout out to
Yeah,
J-Book. I think he
and-
said something like that once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it
And
makes you
so,
feel
like,
like you're going
it's
crazy.
Yeah, and it's a different type of story than God of War, but I can see how Fox definitely probably enjoyed it over God of War.
Hmm.
But each game is just, it's just so different, and it depends on like your immersion, your storyline, all that other stuff.
I
So
love that. Saying Hellblade is better than God of War is crazy.
dude, you need to
It's
pull that
wild.
up. You need to
Right
pull
on,
that
right
up
on.
on the screen for Loki real quick. That
That's
was
hilarious.
great.
I love that. I love it. I love it. You know, I like the debate. You know,
Also,
Yeah,
or
no,
not
of course.
debate,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
the
yeah, of course.
discussion. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I like
of
that.
course, of course.
Also,
of course. There's-
Beerus, if you don't shut the hell up about my Taylor Swift, I'm gonna come through this screen, and you're gonna catch these hands, okay?
Hmm.
I'm gonna send you a signed Taylor Swift CD because I know how much you love her. Yes, Beerus, I'm coming for you.
Freaking. So Loki, he says, it depends on what you want from a game, a good story or have fun. And I got to say
I
that
want
God
both,
of War,
Loki.
God of War had both.
Yeah.
But
God of War did have both.
the story on Hellblade was just too dang good, man. It was too
I
good.
can see the story being better in Hell. I didn't play it all, but from
Yeah.
what I saw the first one, I can see
Mhm.
why the story would be better because there's more of a realist,
Mhm.
more realism to it.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I
I-
think when I first started the game, opening the gates, you saw these demons and stuff.
Yeah.
It felt real. I get that.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I don't know. Kratos for me, just
My
He is,
my
he's
problem
goat,
was
man.
my brother my
Yeah.
brother was living with me during the first game coming out,
Mhm.
and I swear he and I, my poor son, we just walk around the house, both of us, not even realizing we were like, boy, like the entire time that we were playing
That's
the game
great.
until like 6 months later. Like every once in a while, I'll still be all boy, and it just comes out of nowhere. And I'm like,
What's that?
my inner Kratos.
That's great. So do we have any Ninja Turtles fans?
yeah.
Okay.
Man, like, what?
So
Me
apparently there is
and
a
Beerus in the
partnership.
chat.
Yeah, that's right. Yes, Beerus, Loki.
I'll
I'll give you this. Are you a Ninja Turtles fan? I'll be checking that here in a second. But there's a partnership between Ninja Turtles and Puma going on right now. You
Really?
tell me. You let me know if you're a fan of these
Let
or
me
not.
see. Let me see if these shoes are good. Okay. My cat just switched screens.
Oh, you call it
Okay.
Puma? Okay. I had to
Yeah,
think
yeah.
What do
you
you
meant for a
call it?
sec. Puma.
Puma.
I love the differences.
Didi, like, okay.
So this is coming from Sneaker News.
I mean, I can see that because I say a lot of
Andrew
things the
Rizzo.
way that they would be spelled out.
Yeah.
And I have people make fun of me all the time, and I'm just like, well, you know, like I'm sorry.
So Loki says when I was like 12. Good Lord. Right on. Fair enough, man. Fair enough.
Hey, Loki, I'm still mentally 12 half the time, so I still love the turtles. And Beerus,
Mm.
I swear.
So it
Anyway,
says here.
I like these shoes. I'm
Mhm.
probably not going to wear them.
Yeah, wait till we get to
Yeah,
like some better shots of them. But here it says LaMelo Ball and Puma clearly know their target audience since its inception. The Charlotte Hornet star's signature line has birthed youth-spirited models and playful colorways to match, appealing directly to the younger segments of the sneaker and NBA worlds. Naturally, LaMelo Ball shoe collaborations suit that distinction as well, following a project with Scooby-Doo with Puma MB4 is continuing its Saturday morning cartoon embrace with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles to link up. That's cool. Right on. Oh, so here we go. We got these. Here's a better. Oh my gosh.
That is a better look of it. Yeah.
So I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm not a fan of how gigantic these soles are. I'm not a fan of that.
Are they like running shoes or
Right.
out
They
shoes,
do
or-
kind of. They look like Jordans, like how Jordans.
They look.
Yeah,
they look
yeah,
like
yeah.
they could be for running or like volleyball or basketball or something.
Basketball, I would assume, since the guy who did it, he's he's a basketball
I
retired
get
basketball
it.
player.
For me, especially like because I've got like the hip and knee issue. Like I appreciate like the bigger soles.
Yeah.
Just because I got more cushion, but it also depends on the feel of it when it's on my foot.
Right.
Like some of them, you're just like tripping over yourself because they're too big, and then other ones feel comfortable. So it just depends for me. I like the purple and green. Like the Donatella ones are definitely.
Yeah.
What's the name of the? Is that
My
is that Carmelo Anthony? Is that is that him?
It's
The guy behind it?
It's LaMelo Bell.
Okay.
Here, LaMelo Bell.
confused.
Ball, excuse me. LaMelo Ball.
Okay. I thought it was is there a
Carmelo Anthony, yeah. He played for the Nuggets back in the day.
Oh, okay. Oh, back in the day, sorry. That's how much I know about basketball.
No, I mean, when I was following it kind of close, freaking when the 2K, I want to say 11s and stuff like that was out, playing basketball with my brother and football, the Madden and stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay. But no, I mean, the design I don't think it's too bad. Like
I'm just not a fan of the soles.
I can see an audience for this.
Yes,
I can see it.
Yes,
I can see people rocking this.
Oh yeah.
I love me some Mikey, but I can't do the orange and green like that. It's just too much.
There's a lot of Riz here.
Yeah.
You gotta have
as
the
kids
Riz.
say.
Yeah, you gotta have the attire to match that swag, though.
I think most people
Loki just keeps taking shots.
I mean, think about the shoe collectors though. There are people that are like, "Oh, look, I got these new shoes." So there's people that just display those.
So Loki says
me
these
look
shoes
at
look like vomit, but I would buy them because the point of shoes like this is to get other people to look at them. Very true. Very true. Yeah, they're definitely meant to put in a box and never be touched, right? And then Beer says, I have an idea. Someone should mod Castlevania to put Taylor Swift as Count Dracula, and then I can slay her while Geek pouts like an angry elf. Okay. All right.
Well,
I know.
You see this wall behind me? By next week, it's gonna be filled with Taylor Swift stuff just because of you.
Do it.
Like I'm not even
Do
gonna
it.
put any gaming stuff up. It's gonna be a wall of Swift, and
Do
we're
it.
gonna rotate. We'll have all 4 walls done. Okay, and
Oh my
just for
goodness.
you.
Okay. You know what? I'm a can that one. I'm gonna can that one too. Okay. We're getting closer to our main stuff, but
Let's check it out.
we're getting over to Remedy. Alan Wake, as we know, it hasn't been profitable, but it's getting near to making its money back, which I'm happy to see. But Sam Lake, really great guy, seems like a really great guy anyway. He's saying that they don't want to change up the formula because they don't want to lose the special sauce they have, right? Which I 100% agree. I still haven't played Alan Wake 2. I want to. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't played it. I've backseat gamed it a bit.
Mm-hmm.
It looks really good. It's got great reviews, but I know that they also like hired really famous actors, and they had live action movie sequences within the game too. So You know, they had a pretty big
So
budget.
So the last time I checked, the budget was sitting at about 75 million, which isn't crazy, especially if we're looking at someone like
Spider-Man 2.
Exactly. It's a fraction of that, right? But so it's just not enough people are excited to play this game, which is a bummer. It's an absolute bummer. But Sam Lake is still.
I do want to play it. I'm just gonna get through so much.
Oh, the first one's amazing.
Yeah.
The first one's amazing.
Right on.
Yeah. I do have that one. I'm moseying through.
Right on.
I haven't got this one yet though. So like, I'm leaning on Fox to give me an idea of what this game's. Have you played it, Fox?
I have not played it.
You played.
It is.
Oh, you haven't.
It's in the back catalog. It's to be played.
Yeah.
It's going to be played. And that's why I haven't looked at any like backseat gaming.
I know.
Avoiding
Stay away.
those.
Yeah, 100%.
Been avoiding like the plague.
I'm telling you, instead of book club, we need game club. Like every quarter, we'll pick a game.
Dope. Okay. No, I think I like that idea.
Yeah.
But let's see what he said specifically. It says games require long, complex productions. Games are cutting edge technological achievements. Games are business. We strive to create commercial hits, he said. All of this is true. All of this is needed. All of this must be a balance for us to succeed. What else is true? Games are ambitious, passionate, works of creative expression. Games are high quality entertainment. What we create at Remedy is special, and we must never lose that. And I 100% agree with that. It's because of their weirdness that put them on the map. And God, someone help me out in the chat. When did bullet time become a thing in the Matrix? I want to say the Matrix came out in 1999.
I thought it was like 98.
I thought it was 99.
I want to say it was 99.
We're about to find out.
Pop quiz.
But I want to say, did Max Payne come out before or after that?
March 31st, 1990.
Oh, I'm gonna say off.
Max
I
Payne.
don't know.
I want to say
Max Payne, you
PlayStation
said?
2 came out in 2001. The PlayStation 2 came out in no.
2001 was Xbox. 2000 was PlayStation 2. March of 2000.
So they didn't create the bullet time, but it was still cool to see it put into the game, So I say all that to say, keep doing what you're doing. I think at some point that weirdness, that hard work that they've got going on over there will pay off, and they do still have Max Payne remake in the oven. They're working on it right now, so I'm really interested to see how that comes out. I bet it's going to be absolutely gorgeous. But
I think Max Payne was 2001 because I remember playing that like after I got my Xbox.
Right on. Okay. Oh, here, let's see what we got here. So I think it's not sold well because people wanted to play as Alan, not Saga. Gotcha. Matrix 99, Max Payne was after.
Oh.
Right on. Okay.
Oh. So that's an instant red flag.
I know that you play as the FBI agent a bit, but I thought you played as Alan as well.
I think you do both.
Alan?
In
Probably do. Yeah, I imagine it's
or it's
like,
just more of the other person.
Yeah, so that's very interesting.
Loki, I gotta ask you, did you play Alan Wake 2? If you did, give us the what would the kids say? The skibbity. Is that how they use it? Is that the right context? I don't know. Give us the deets, the details.
Yeah.
Yes.
The latest scoop. Yeah, that's interesting to me.
Yeah.
And that could be the reason why it hasn't sold as well, because first game was you playing Alan, purely Alan.
Yeah.
If you're playing someone completely different, it's like, firstly, who is this person? And
right.
Do they have relations to the first game? Because I want to play the person I played the first game with.
Yeah, 100%.
And if there's no relevance, like Last of Us, you play as two characters, but there's relevance. I'm not going to spoil it, but there's relevance.
Yeah,
to the
there's
other
a
person.
reason why you play as the other character. Yeah.
Well, it says on here that you can play as Alan Wake or Saga Anderson in two separate single-player stories, which can be played in any order that the player chooses, but the opening and ending sequences of the game are linear. So
there's that weird Remedy
like that whole,
sauce right there.
Like Leon Kennedy, Claire Redfield thing. You know what I mean?
But they're all connected. They're
it's the
all
same
connected.
story, but
yeah.
it's not.
Yeah, right. Yeah, but you know all those characters. They've all made an appearance in different games. If they were gonna do that, what they should have done was do a saga game first, and then integrate them together. You know what I mean? So who this person is.
And as far as I know, she's just an FBI agent that ended up on the case. Like, what connection does she have to Alan Wake or the originals?
I don't know. Seeing that's the thing,
I just thought maybe you played with her like in the opening sequence, and then it switched to Alan. But I don't know that I like.
So Loki says, yeah. Well, especially if they don't have any connection to him. But Loki says, not yet, but I've heard it's more about her than him, which is kind of brutal. That's kind of brutal.
I mean, but that should be, considering it's his books that are written that like.
I'm googling this right now. What's the person's name? The other person?
Saga
Anderson.
Saga. Right. Okay. Do I say what I think, or am I just? I think I'm just going to leave it.
Say what you say.
Leave it.
Fox knows what I'm getting at.
Leave it. But
has Alan Wake 2 gone woke? I'm gonna leave it as that. I'm just gonna leave it as that. I had no idea who the character was.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave it as that.
So, man, it's just so brutal because, man, it just doesn't have to be this way. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be this way. If you wanted her in the game, just make a game primarily with her investigating this stuff that's going on in a small town, and then make an Alan Wake / Saga game. You know what I mean? I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't get why we have to do that.
Apparently, she has supernatural abilities.
Who Saga does?
That help her, like, as far as having a good track record with cases and stuff like that.
Okay.
It kind of seems like they were trying to add a layer and add a character that kind of complemented Alan, but it's just still weird to me. Having like it would have made more sense to me if you got like the whole Alan Wake story and then snippets of her, maybe.
Why can't they just finish the Alan Wake story?
I was just gonna say, like, TJ, have you played the first game? You haven't played it?
Not all the way through, no.
Okay, so I won't spoil it, but there's characters that could have been used. We'll just leave it as
that's brutal.
Okay.
Like, yeah, they could have used those characters.
Well, then it makes no sense why they made this.
I know, it's like you're bringing someone in who hasn't been involved in the story at all, and it's like, why change something where you've got something there?
Yeah. Oh man, we see that all the time. It's like how many times it's like, oh dude, they should have went with this, way, or should have used that character. Okay, perfect.
And it's completely changing.
Okay, check. So this is the perfect example, right? So Kung Fu Panda 4, absolutely brutal, right? So Kung Fu Panda 4, he's always wanted to be with the Furious Five. I want to say that's their name, right? The Furious Five.
I can't remember.
But he's always wanted to be with the Furious Five. Got integrated into the Furious Five, became the Dragon Master, and had them, behind them, having this back and all that. And for what they did, they brought this new character in and made her like a sympathetic villain or whatever. And I guess she turns out to be kind of like an anti-hero because she gets the freaking Staff of Destiny, and not Tigress, not Monkey, not Mantis, or Viper. None of them get a chance to shine. Him passing it off to one of his teammates who's been with throughout 3 movies.
For the whole movies.
Yeah. But this no name coming out of nowhere, she's trying to steal from him, and then all of a sudden he was like, you know what? Your change of heart, your arc, I'll give you the Staff of Destiny. Here you go. And it's like, dude, miss me.
It's like, what?
Miss me with that. It was like it came out of left field. It was like, huh? This one? Really? Come on.
It just ruins the story.
And then she was like a better fighter than him when they first met. It was like, dude, this is the freaking Dragon Warrior. Huh? God dang it. Okay, let's move on. That's sad. That's really sad to hear. Let's see. Ooh, this is a good one. Sony's new PlayStation Portal update lets you stream PS5 games from the cloud. So I've said this.
About time.
I said they were going to do an update and you were going to be able to use this as an actual portable. You're going to actually be able to use it. Had to wait a while for it, but here we are. And I think the next step what they're going to do is make it an actual handheld. The cloud thing is cool. It's awesome. It gets us closer, but being able to play like go to the cloud, or not the cloud, but go to the
Go to your library,
PlayStation
download
store.
it.
Right, and then be able to play it wherever you go without Wi-Fi, without being connected to your PS5. That is the next step. That's where we're going with this. I can almost guarantee it.
Well, I'm not like, I'm not against the cloud play that they have on PlayStation 5 right
Me
now.
either.
I think it could be better.
Yeah.
I think it could be a little bit more stable. I know sometimes
cheaper.
Like, yeah.
Let all the
And
tiers
some-
have it, so they can, participate in the cloud gaming.
Exactly. Well, sometimes I'm playing it and I have really good internet. Like,
Yeah.
And sometimes I'll be playing it and suddenly it looks like it's freaking back in the 80s with the antenna TV, and then it'll suddenly be really crisp, and then it'll like lag, and I'm just like, come on guys, you've got to fix this.
Exactly. So Loki says, so a Steam Deck? Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
Steam Deck.
Oh, and
But PlayStation exclusive.
do we know how many portals were sold? Apparently it was the #1 console sold back in November. Nope. October, maybe. I want to say it was October. It was in the fall months, I want to say, but it was the best sold console for that month. So I'm wondering how many portals are out there. So I was against it because I thought this was kind of a dumb idea. But then, I talked to a buddy of mine. Shout out to Robert Storms. And he didn't agree, but he kind of got my mind thinking. It was like, instead of being up here at the computer all the time, I can pick that up, continue playing downstairs, and not miss out on what's going on with the family and stuff like that. Being able to put it down when I get into wrestling matches with my kids, or put it down when I need to say, hey, stop doing that. Can't do that from up here. So this use case for me made sense, but for someone who's just gaming, no kids, not married, can just chill out and just game all day, it didn't make sense for them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In my opinion.
I felt like my PlayStation 5 controller and my PlayStation and my iPad and remote play did just fine.
Yeah.
And I'd already spent all that money, so I didn't need to spend any extra. But to answer your question, as of November, it's been 420,000 units for the PlayStation Portal.
420,000?
That's good.
That's
good.
Units.
Can we cross-reference that with how many Steam Decks are out there? I mean, I guess just compare and contrast.
Well, I mean, there's different Steam Decks, so that's kind of hard to.
I mean, I think it just goes by memory.
Let me see.
But it should be okay. I think this is the first iteration of the Steam Deck. So, did they come out?
So this is basically
yes, I think.
What
or did they do an
Nintendo
OLED
have
one?
done, isn't
Yes.
it? So Nintendo were way ahead of the game if you think about it.
100%.
Way ahead of the game because they've been doing this since
Dang, Steam Deck
Switch was out.
Steam Deck in 2022. It looks like that between 2022 and 2023, the Steam Deck is the most popular, and that there have been 1.62 million units sold.
Right on. Steam Deck
in
takes
2022.
Yeah.
So yeah.
They're
But I mean,
really
Steam Deck,
popular.
you can get pretty much. Even I want a Steam Deck.
Me
so,
too.
Yeah. 'Cause I'm like, I have more options.
Yes. Yeah. But so I mean, yeah, it's more than double the numbers of the PlayStation Portals out there.
Oh yeah.
So it takes it this time, Loki. It takes it this time. But yeah. But the use case for this, it's going to broaden out. Maybe more are going to be sold, especially if you are a 100% PlayStation I mean, those guys are going to get it anyway, just to have everything on PlayStation anyway. But this just broadens out the user case, if that makes any sense. It just broadens out to bring in more people into the portable console fold for PlayStation. Now, Scotty, you were going to say something. What were you going to say?
Nintendo. Well, I mentioned Nintendo been doing this way before the other. I was going to say competitors, but Nintendo have their own lane, don't they?
Yes.
But I certainly think, and I think you both mentioned it earlier. Actually, this is the future.
Yes.
I think. So like Xbox, I think we've heard rumors of Xbox and their handheld. They'll probably have one eventually.
Oh, that's been confirmed by Phil Spencer.
Oh, it's confirmed now. Okay.
He said it's a few years out. It's
few
years. Maybe he used a while out, but I wouldn't imagine to be too far out. But
if Xbox and PlayStation could make a hybrid with the power that they already have, if they can make a hybrid like the Switch, it'd be game over. Like, it would be perfect because you could go anywhere, you could play online, you can play without internet, you can put it in your TV, you can take it to a friend's house. Like, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Like,
man, the amount of working parts. So with you saying that is it's basically a PlayStation 5 controller cut in half, and then with a monitor in front of it. What if you got the hooks in it, you put it on this little module so you can play on the TV, and then you just kind of put them together like that and start playing. You know what I mean? That's
they'll make it where you slide it apart.
I think
that might be the next PlayStation console. Who knows? Who knows?
But since Switch has been at this, their hybrid really, we haven't seen numbers being sold like that since the PlayStation 2, right? And PlayStation 4 did pretty well.
I was gobsmacked when I saw what the Switch could do.
Exactly.
Because everyone told me about the whole, you can just take it and leave and play it somewhere else. I was like, yeah, whatever. And then like when I did it, and it kept the same game, everything, and it's handheld, I was just gobsmacked. I couldn't believe it. I was like, wow, this is what next gen is.
Exactly. Yes. Right.
I took my Switch to play it on my flight for when I went to go see my dad before he passed away.
Yeah.
And so I took my Switch with me. I'm playing it on the plane after I'd been playing it the night before at home. And then get to my dad's house, I dock it. You know what I mean? And like even in my house, we have extra Switch docks. So like you can go wherever you want in this house and just plug a Switch in and start playing.
That's dope.
Yeah. So
crazy. Right on.
Plus I can grab it and be like, oh, I gotta go to Thanksgiving dinner at my sister-in-law's house. I'm taking the Switch with me.
So they do go into like the stipulations. They do touch on
low-key.
What's that?
And I feel Wii U was ahead of its time, said Loki, and I agree with him. But I feel like that the Switch is more like the Wii U realized without all the cool
100%,
drawing and Mii's and all. Like, oh man, I loved having Mii's. I had a Michael Jackson Mii. I had freaking it was just great. You could have like all these Mii's. You could create your own. You could mingle with people. You could do drawings and send them to and from your friends. It was awesome.
Right on. So real quick. So these are the stipulations here. It is only in beta. So Sony is launching the feature in beta, and you'll need to be a PlayStation Plus premium subscriber to take advantage of it. Sony says that to stream at 720p, you'll need a minimum 7 megabytes per second connection, while 1080p quality will require a minimum of 13 or megabits connection. So
it's kind of a jerk move, Sony.
Well, yeah, I think it's kind of the way of the subscriptions right now. Even Xbox is, taking stuff away from lower tiers and making other tiers more expensive. So that's, I guess, that's to be expected.
We pay an outrageous amount of money for the top tier of PlayStation Plus, and I quite frankly don't get my money's worth out of that.
Get a portal, maybe you'll be able to.
Yeah. Don't make me go to Xbox. I don't like their controllers. They're too big in the hand.
Yeah, they're a little beefy.
Really?
Yeah.
What, the latest Xbox X consoles?
Yeah.
Really?
But they
I
got
don't
all
know.
sorts of
I-
colors
I-
and everything.
I haven't played
Dude,
the
I'm
Xbox since the
tiny.
first
I'm
one,
probably-
or in the 360 too. But
I'm only 5'4", bro.
Really?
Yes. I'm
Oh.
short and tiny.
To be fair, like, I'm not tall. I'll just leave it as that. But I'm not that short. I'm about
average,
5'8".
average is average. That's average right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Heck
as
no.
long as the missus is shorter than me, then that's fine.
It's like all of us can't be a Carmelo
I'm happy
Anthony
with that. I'm
or
happy with
a
that.
LaMelo Ball. All of us can't be those guys. You know what I mean? If we did, we'd
Pops,
be
I
millions.
see you as a very tall guy. I don't know why.
I'm 6
I
foot.
do too. See?
Yeah, I
That's-
thought so. I can see that.
It might just be the
You know how
camera
I do?
too. How?
No, when we did our podcast collaboration and I was like down here and you up there, I was like, he's a tall guy.
It's like I try to get you guys fill out these spaces. You know, I try to at least. Let's move on real quick. So Sony acquisition talks. Okay, so I saw this one and I was like, holy crap, everyone's gonna lose their minds, right? Sony acquisition talks with FromSoftware owner Kadokawa Corp confirmed. So this is actually okay. So the talks are happening. Whether the acquisition will go through or not, we don't know quite yet. However, this is an exciting thing. So apparently, this is only a rumor that I heard on another YouTube channel. I just kind of took it as gospel. I shouldn't do that. Trust but verify. Not this time. Anyway, it said that Kadokawa was under possible hostile takeover from another company, buying up all their shares and taking over that way. So the rumor goes Kadokawa went to Sony to see if they would buy them up. Don't know how true that is. However, the situation we're in right now is still very, very exciting. Just for the simple fact that if they get Kadokawa, they get their manga anime stuff, they get their gaming stuff. And a lot of people have said that if they get their anime stuff, since, you know, Sony has, I want to say they have Crunchyroll and they have Funimation, bringing in that other anime stuff might make them into a monopoly. So I was thinking maybe like with Xbox and the Activision Blizzard acquisition, they had to divest, I want to say, some of their cloud gaming stuff, as far as I remember, during the FTC. So if it ever goes through and, you know, they have to battle with the FTC again, or then Sony would be battling with the FTC, they could probably divest that part of the acquisition and then get it to push through. And then from software games, Elder Scrolls and all those good stuff, you know, Sekiro would
I
be...
think the EU would get them first, because that's what happened with Activision. Like the US is always like, well, let's see what happens. And the EU is like, my consumers. Like, I mean, they're just like, I don't get hold of.
I mean, so the FTC were trying to fight him even after the fact, even after it had went through, and they were like, "Oh, we still got something for you. Let's try this way, this angle."
But you know what that was about, right? Like somebody was like, I didn't buy stock in Activision.
But that is also true. It definitely feels like the UK are more consumer friendly.
Well, technically, the UK isn't part of the EU anymore.
That is true.
They left years ago.
Right on.
That would be why they're having their crisis with, you know, wages and homelessness and other stuff, and why they hate Charles.
I'm not going to get into that. I stay away from politics.
Right on. That's totally
I'm not gonna
fair.
lie, I loved the Queen, but I will only call him Charles.
Well, I mean, we're not part of that system anyway. But
yeah, of course. I am,
Well, of
unfortunately.
course
I'm
we're
like,
not, but I straight up love the Queen Elizabeth.
yeah,
she
she was cool.
yeah,
Little lady
she
trying
was
to
cool.
cape with a sword. Come on.
that's what we do in the Marine
Well,
Corps.
I don't know if you heard. I'll say this much:
Mhm.
like our prime minister's arresting people for memes.
Oh shoot,
Imagine that. Imagine that.
Yeah. Sorry.
that's
No,
that's
I
kind
think
of
you're saying what
scary,
everyone's
man.
thinking.
So sorry. What a jerk! Like,
I know it's
he's
ridiculous.
one of those. I'm offended. I'm offended.
So Loki
My
says
T and I are offended.
Loki says Sony is now a U.S. company trying to buy a Japanese company. If this goes through, it will be 3 years before it closes. Mike M, I swear I would be late to my own funerals saying, hey guys, what's up, Mike? Late to my own funeral. Good Lord. That's hilarious.
What's up, Mike?
But yes,
Right.
apparently, so that's another thing that I hear.
Sony's Japanese.
Yeah, but they're
Oh look,
with their
I got. Sorry guys, I got backup. Little bunnies here.
Bunny!
Fellow
I
Brit.
love you,
fellow
Bunny.
Brit.
That's
That's awesome.
Your fellow
See,
Brit.
she knows what I mean. She said, "Let me hold my tongue on British politics." See, like we understand
Real.
each other. We
Well, see-
understand.
See, Bunny knows that she is my queen.
Right on.
Okay, all
And
right.
that's the only British monarchy I need.
But apparently, Sony American, Sony Japan
Japan.
are
I like that.
going through some internal conflict right now. Apparently, that's also a rumor. So, but with a lot of the hits that Sony America's had, they have a bit of standing. So Sony Japan can't make the moves that they want to, kind of steer the ship back to profitability, because let's be real, some of these games have not been profitable, at least the first party ones, ones like Stellar Blade, Black Myth Wukong, those have been like big hits for Sony, but they're second party, third party studios, right? So but anyway, a recent report suggests that Sony might be buying the company that brought those Elden Ring trophies to PS5. Sony has some major Kadokawa FromSoft acquisition rumors floating around right now. If these talks proceed, we might just see PlayStation Studios adding FromSoft and Spike Chunsoft to its roster of teams. So we know what's going on and all that good stuff. Here, let me get into this one real quick. Reuters cites two sources familiar with the matter as its primary source for the rumor, suggesting that a deal could be signed in the coming weeks if the talks between Sony and Kadokawa are successful. It's worth pointing out that Sony already has a 2% stake in Kadokawa, so interest in the media group has been expressed in the past. Now that we know all that, do you think that Xbox fans have any standing if this goes through? Do you think, I already know what I think, but do you think that they will make Elden Ring, any more games coming from FromSoft exclusive to the PS5 or just PlayStation consoles?
So let me try to understand. So are these guys the minds behind Elden Ring? Is it?
Yes. So Kadokawa is the parent company of FromSoft.
And Elden Ring is exclusive to Xbox, is it?
No, I think that one's
No, it's not.
It's cross-platform.
It's
I want
not.
to say.
So if that's the case, then they don't really. I mean, I don't think anything's stopping this. I don't think. Could be wrong.
We know how I feel. I think that it would make them giant jerks to take it away when it's been multi-platform. And even though I love PlayStation, that's my primary. Like, don't be jerks. Like, I will be livid, even if I never play these games. I'll be livid if you make them exclusives, simply because if it was on multi-platform before, you shouldn't change the formula. It's not fair to the gamers. It's not fair to the fans.
Oh, that's right.
You're gonna lose some money.
Right. Yeah. So to me, it's kind of a double-edged sword with these gaming companies. Things are changing. Exclusives used to, funnel people to your consoles, make good games, and you sell consoles. That's the name of the game. That's kind of how it's always been. But we're running into an age where it's going more digital, and it stands to put the company in a better position if they make it cross-platform. More money coming in, right? I think PlayStation needs to get out of the mindset that they're going to put Xbox out of business by creating better games and making those games exclusives, because because PC is becoming so much bigger. it makes sense to make everything multi-platform. I think, and this is just speculation, I could be totally wrong, but I think they're going to end up having to share games. Xbox games on PlayStation and PlayStation games on Xbox. They're going to have to, especially with Game Pass doing so well. Or, you know, it's steady. It's steady. And I wonder, what's this latest one? Black Ops 6. I wonder how many subscriptions they got out of that. That would be, I want to see those numbers. I want to see those numbers. I want to see what it did.
If they said I could have Game Pass on my freaking PlayStation, like I'd be all over that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and what would be what's so good about it is that PlayStation is getting a cut of that too. So it works for everybody.
That's not a bad prediction, Fox, because I think it was mentioned in the chat. I think it might have been Loki that mentioned it. At the end of the day, if both consoles share games, so if Microsoft say, Microsoft, Xbox. So if they say to Sony, right, you know, you can have this game, for example, I imagine there's going to be some form of royalty or some form of share in that.
Yeah.
So when the product is purchased by the customer, Sony get their cut, but Microsoft will get theirs because it's their product ultimately, and vice versa.
Right.
It can happen both ways to a point where, as you said, they'll share games.
Yeah.
And then it will come down to who owns studios.
Yes. Yeah.
Well,
So it's gonna get crazy.
It's like how with Apple, like if it, you know, that's why Fortnite wasn't on Apple devices for a while, because they take so much of a cut of the money spent on the things that they sell in their store. So like Microsoft and Xbox could do the same thing.
Oh, yeah.
I think eventually they resolved it, but that's originally why Fortnite left iOS devices, was because they were like, I'm going to charge you like 15% or something, or something stupid.
Something crazy. So Loki says, so let's say 10 years from now, will there only be two consoles, Nintendo and whatever happens between Sony and Microsoft?
That's a good question.
I don't see Sony going away, and I don't see Microsoft giving up. Nintendo is staying. Like,
Nintendo's here for the foreseeable.
Yes, I know. They've been here for centuries.
I get that they started out as like card games, but this Nintendo has been around since the 1800s.
Right. Well,
Put it this way, I wasn't even born.
Yeah.
Honey, we weren't even thought of in the 1800s. Okay.
And I'm like in my 30s now, and it's still here.
The 1980s. Shut your mouth, Scotty.
No, I'm just saying. No, but it shows the longevity. So I wasn't even born. I'm in my mid-30s now, and Nintendo's still here.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's 30 years of longevity.
Yeah.
I wasn't
that's
very
just for
old.
us. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. I wasn't very old when Nintendo came to America, but I remember my brother getting that on Christmas morning, and I still remember the rage that stupid freaking dog and Duck Hunt induced.
So Beerus says, in the long run, Nintendo will be only console option left as the clear-cut winner. I do have to agree with that.
I do agree.
But I think that my thinking is they've got to lower their manufacturing costs. That's where these handhelds come in. They can lower their manufacturing costs from that, and you can sell them at a $200, which people are more likely to pay. I mean, people were paying like $500 for a Steam Deck. They'll pay $200 for a PlayStation handheld or an Xbox handheld. So I think it's going to, the consoles will be handhelds, and they will kind of just operate as business as usual. The only difference is they'll be sharing games at this point. It'll be a much more open market and much more consumer friendly, in my opinion. I think if you open it up, get a Game Pass on PlayStation and get a PlayStation Cloud or PlayStation Store on Xbox, dude, you're opening it up to customers. Customers will appreciate it, be more likely to buy your stuff, and I wonder how those numbers will bear out.
That's true. Any game, anytime, anywhere.
Right.
The philosophy that Phil Spencer is trying to come up with.
What if they bundled it? What if they bundled PlayStation and Game Pass and made it Play Pass or something like that? And for a certain amount, you can access both of their catalogs. That would be nuts. That'd be crazy.
Like even last week, Nintendo said that they were, they want a more powerful console, but they're not willing to make it super expensive.
Right.
They said that they need to get better without increasing costs.
Yeah.
And that's the right philosophy. Like I remember my brother-in-law came over and he was just like, he started laughing because he was like, the Wii U has HDMI, like what's the point? And I'm just like, don't be a jerk, dude. Like, you know, you love bowling with me, like just sit down. But he would make fun of Nintendo, and I'm like, do you not remember where we started? Like, you know, like Nintendo's got some fun games. I might not have Halo or you know, Grand Theft Auto or whatever on it, but it's still got a lot of fun games and a lot of entertainment. I will never not own a Nintendo console.
Yeah,
Okay.
I do think going back to Loki's point, it's a tough one. Will consoles still be around in a decade from now?
Who knows? That's a great question.
Nintendo may be, but look at all these. Well, I don't know. Would you deem a PS Portal handheld a console? We'll probably get back to that shortly. But with Game Pass, with PlayStation, what's it called? Plus, PlayStation Plus.
Yeah,
It seems like they're moving in that direction anyway. So if you can play these games anywhere, why would they recruit resources to build consoles when they can all be done through a Game Pass and games? They might think, well, is there a point of buying a console? Because in my opinion, I probably won't get the next PlayStation.
Same.
I don't see the need to get another PlayStation. Like an Xbox, I wouldn't see a need to get another Xbox.
Yeah.
If I'm honest,
because the
it
diminishing
seems like
returns
everything's going to be everything's going to be like on Game Pass, on in the cloud now as well. You can play these games on the cloud on any device. You don't need a console.
Shoot, it Loki and Barris, it looks like you guys are agreeing. You know, it seems like you guys are agreeing in the chat, and I kind of feel like that I think they will have some hardware, you know, i.e. handheld, but I think consoles are just they won't last. And even though Xbox says, oh, we'll still keep making consoles, it's like you said, will it be around in the next 10 years?
How much better can you get them?
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
This is it.
The marginal
like I don't think you need to put out a new gen every 4 to 6 years anymore. It's just too much now.
Well,
but like if you know, like it was like when we were talking about probably close to a year ago now, like like if they would do the exclusives for a timed period, kind of like how they did with Hogwarts Legacy, like it was on the new consoles first, and then it later went to PS4 and Xbox One, and then like later than that, I think probably because of porting issues, like it eventually went to the Switch. You know, you got the option of either shell out the money and get a new console to play this game, you know, during this time period, or wait for it to come out on this one. And I think that they could do that sort of stuff. Like,
I think as far as consoles, I don't think they should come out with any more generations. The diminishing returns, you can see it from PlayStation 1 to PlayStation 2. That's probably the biggest jump that we're ever gonna see. There's not much you're gonna do from the PlayStation to PlayStation 6.
PlayStation 2 is still the best-selling console of all time.
I want to say yes, but I want to say the Switch is gaining on it or has surpassed it. I'm not exactly sure.
I don't think it's surpassed it yet, but yeah.
Really?
Dude, it sold like 140.
I would have thought the Wii, because the Wii was popping as well. So I would have thought the Wii would.
Dude, I love the Wii. I love the Wii U also. Like I miss Wii Sports.
Yeah.
I got Wii Sports. I'm gonna have to try it out and see if it's okay.
So, last thing before we go to the next one. The future of PlayStation, Xbox, what are we looking at? Console still around? Do you think any hardware would be still around, or is it just a software game at this point?
Software.
Okay.
I think the next wave of consoles will be the last. So they'll release another Xbox, another PlayStation, maybe another Nintendo may keep going. I think Nintendo will keep going somehow. They'll keep going. Yeah. I think next PlayStation, next Xbox will be the last. That's it. Subscription base on any device.
Right on. Okay. GG, what say you?
I agree with that. I think Nintendo. Well, I think another reason that Nintendo will continue is because think about it. They are still on the lower end of graphics and performance, so they have room to grow in that aspect. I don't think that they're going to stop making consoles because you can only ever get Nintendo on Nintendo.
Yeah, and so Beerus, he does make a really great point. So with the PlayStation Plus, is it Pro? The PlayStation 5 Pro out costing $700, like 800 if you want a disc drive, basically $800. The PlayStation 6 is going to be around that price or more. People aren't going to pay that. Okay, so before I say that, I'm going to wait for the numbers for the PlayStation Pro and see what happens. If people are buying them in droves, but I mean, you know, console sales are going down anyway across the board. But if it sells pretty well, then it would stand to reason that PlayStation 6 would sell just as well or better, right? Mm-hmm. I doubt it. 100% doubt that's going to happen. But Beerus said, let's admit that more consoles they release, the more expensive they will be. 100% true. Every new gen will cost more and more and more. Is it worth if they actually do it when you spend that much? I would say, I would stand to reason no, and I think most people would say no. And I think most people aren't getting the Pro.
Or the PlayStation line 6. In the sand.
Yeah.
I'm not getting a Pro. And as far as PlayStation 6, it would probably cost $800 or more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That would probably be something that I'm like, well, it's like 4 years later and the price has dropped X amount, or like the next PlayStation console's coming out and I'll get it then.
Yeah.
It would be something that I got.
Right. Okay. Same. I'm in 100% agreement with everybody here. And this is just to piggyback off of the one that we just went through. This is coming from PlayStation Lifestyle. Xbox fans not happy with the potential Sony Kadokawa acquisition. This is by Michael Ruiz. Just a few days ago, it was reported from FromSoftware, parent company Kadokawa, they raised concerns about console exclusivity and if Sony would bring games under the conglomerate's umbrella to Xbox. While the answer will remain a mystery, I would say no, because PlayStation loves their exclusives. Until the acquisition goes through, fans of Microsoft's gaming brand are not too pleased with the potential purchase. Xbox fans concerned Kadokawa acquisition will make FromSoftware and Spike Chunsoft games PlayStation exclusive. And as Loki pointed out in the chat, Chunsoft is the one that made Sparking Zero, one of the best. Yeah.
Dragon Ball Z.
Yes, yeah. Freaking, it, I gotta say, it looks amazing. It just doesn't scratch an itch anymore for me. Back in the Budokai days, those were my games.
Great.
Yeah. I loved them.
Great.
And when it got to Tenkaichi, then I was like, I kind of started losing. It started losing me after that. But people were still buying them. So I hope that people are enjoying this. I hope it sells millions upon millions upon millions. You know what I mean? But in a recent post from the Xbox subreddit, Xbox fans voiced their displeasure with Sony possibly acquiring Kadokawa Corporation. Specifically, this post references the media conglomerate confirming it has received a letter of intent from Sony for the acquisition, but has not yet made a decision. As Kadokawa Corporation is the parent company of FromSoftware and Spike Chunsoft, Xbox fans seem convinced Sony will make games from those companies exclusive. The top comment on the thread claims Xbox owners are all effed from all future FromSoft games. Others simply suggest purchasing a PC, assuming these alleged exclusive would receive a PC version, which they would. It's not a bad assumption. Okay. It seems a bit silly to think FromSoftware games would become PlayStation exclusive if this acquisition went through. Yes, because there's not a lot of money left in exclusives. They're not selling as many consoles, and you stand to make more if you put it on PC and your I guess quote unquote rival platform. You will make more money. Xbox is going through right now. They're seeing the fruits of their labor. Go ahead, Gigi. Sorry.
Yeah, and we saw that with Hellblade too. But it's also it's just wrong to do that to gamers. If it's been multi-platform, like Sony does love their exclusives. They are like exclusive, bam, bam, bam,
Yeah,
bam, bam.
even if they put it on PC, you still need a PSN. Sorry, go ahead,
Yeah.
Gigi, sorry.
Which is also another, you brat bastards. Just stop with your PlayStation Network brat. Anyway,
Oh my goodness.
it's just like I said earlier, it's just a dick move.
Yeah.
Like, don't do that to gamers. It's messed up.
Yeah.
And these consoles are way too expensive for me to go buy another one just so I can play the games I've always loved. You know? Like,
Yeah.
Yep.
Definitely.
100%. Yes. I'm right there with you.
Be good to the gamers, and they will be good to you.
Yeah. Yeah. So do you think Xbox fans have a reason to be worried about this acquisition? Especially if they love Elden
I
Ring.
can understand why they would be.
Yeah.
I'm worried every time I hear an acquisition is coming through. So I'm like, son of
Yeah.
like when I heard about Activision Blizzard, I was like, Microsoft, you rat bastard.
Yeah.
Like, Phil, I'm coming for you. Like, I was mad. My thought was, but my Crash Bandicoot. We had to wait like 30 years to get a fourth game.
Yeah.
Like, no.
Yeah.
So
apparently they're remaking Spyro trilogy or something like that. They're doing some stuff.
The Spyro games were so cute.
Yeah, they were. What I didn't like, when I played the first one, you had to collect all the jewels to be able to finish the game, and I was like, no, I'm not doing that.
That's messed up.
Yeah, I'm out.
Like,
I checked out.
Saying you can't beat Mario until you can collect all the coins. Like,
Yeah.
Come on, I'm never gonna do that. Like,
It was like, oh, you have to go back and collect all the coins, blah 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 blah. Jack and Daxter was kind of the same way. To be able to go to other levels, you had to get like so many precursors. But yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed Jack and Daxter more than Spyro, which I don't know, that might be heresy. I might see Loki in the chat again.
I don't know. I thought that those.
Sorry.
I thought they were more popular than Spyro. Like, I know Spyro
I would say
has a big following, but it was. I'm a big giant kid inside, so nobody get me in the chat. But Spyro was geared more towards the kids.
Yeah, and we were kind of kids when it came out.
You were. No, I'm just kidding. I'm like 75 over here. Come on, guys.
Stop it. Oh my goodness. I know. Oh my gosh. No, you stop it. Stop it right now, you.
You stop that.
Lass.
You don't hear any of
Stop
that.
it, lass.
Oh, now we went Scottish.
Yeah.
Get it, boy.
I'm just all over the place with them. I'm sorry. I love both of those accents. So I think I told you this, but whenever we were coming back from Afghanistan, we stopped in Scotland, and we weren't allowed to go anywhere but the airport. We had to stay in the airport. But the tellers and things, they were Scottish and had that accent. I was like, dude, I never want to leave this place. I never want to leave.
Dude, you're lucky. They sent us into Kuwait to catch a flight out to Germany.
Oh, we stopped there too on the way going.
Just a freaking base in Germany. Like, all you saw was a hangar.
We didn't. We were at a commercial airport. We weren't allowed to leave there either.
Yeah,
it's crazy. I almost bought a Stein. Go ahead. Sorry.
Nothing is more scary than flying on a C-130 and you look out the window and there's 500-mile-an-hour tape, which is heavy duty duct tape on the wing.
That's great.
And I'm like, I know it said 500-mile-an-hour tape, but damn, guys, y'all are pushing it. And I was just like, I'm not getting back on this plane.
Yeah. That was. I tell you, it was an experience hopping on those planes. It was absolutely nuts. It was crazy. Loved it though. It was a lot of fun.
I've played Call of Duty, if that helps.
I did not.
It's practically the same.
I did not like getting on a Black Hawk.
Oh gosh, Scotty, you're a trip, man. I tell you.
Like, that's terrifying.
A Black Hawk?
Yeah, I don't even like to fly anymore. Period.
Yeah.
Commercial or not.
Right on. Yeah, that's fair. I'm
also afraid of heights now.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
I've been afraid of heights since I can remember, but I mean, planes
Really?
do still bother me, but
Well.
it's one of those things that has to be done, and you kind of get in that mindset. It's like, dude, if it's my time, it's my time. I just hope it's quick. I just
Right. So
hope
if
it's quick.
you guys come to England and come see me in London,
Mhm.
we are not going to Fort Park, which is like an
Yes.
amusement park, basically.
Is that
We're
is
not
that
doing-
where the
we're not
giant
doing that.
Ferris wheel is? 'Cause I
Yeah,
will
yeah,
not
we're
go
not
on
doing that. There's a ride called, I don't know if the little bunny, you might know this. There's a ride called Detonator,
Oh.
and it's not even a ride. You just sit in the seat. It goes all the way to the top. I don't know how high you go. You go all the way there,
And
and
does
it
it
just
drop you?
hangs. No, yeah, it does eventually, but it just
Yeah.
hangs,
Oh.
and then you just there,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then you think it's gonna drop. It doesn't drop, and then we least expect it
Yeah.
drop, and you're just like lost for words.
We have some of those like here at Six Flags.
yeah.
I know that last time I went to Six Flags, it was because my son had never been. My brother was like, "We've got season tickets, you know, let's all go." And I was like, "Okay." And it used to be the Texas Giant was the biggest roller coaster, and it was terrifying because it's
Mhm.
all wooden. And I'm just like, it will die. We will die.
We will die. Decapitated
so-
and all. That was my biggest fear, getting decapitated
Yeah.
on a roller coaster.
So then they got something called the Titan. And not only is it much taller, it does loop-de-loops and then suddenly stops you. Like, I mean, stops you. Like, I passed out when they stopped me. That's how fast it happened. And then they shoot you backwards. And so my brother got me on that, and I told him that that is my last trip to Six Flags, my last trip on any roller coasters. And after that, I was like, I'll go on the Texas Giant. It's fine, but you can feel it like moving. And so like I got halfway up as they were starting, and I started screaming. I changed my mind, and my brother looks back and goes, "Too late!" And
That's hilarious.
yeah, and so yeah.
You're
Like
locked in.
all the people in front of us just started laughing, and I'm just like, "Oh, like 7 times,"
All right.
and he's just like, "Too late."
So this is what we'll end on. I've been trying to reach out to developers and everything like that. And
Oh, yeah?
there's this one, it's called Project Denise. And I wanted you guys to take a look at what they're working on
Let's
real
see
quick.
it.
And then we'll say our goodbyes and all that good stuff, all that. So anyone in the chat right now who are interested in you know, seeing these new games. That looks a little janky, but they've got time. Do you guys remember that one we were looking at? It was kind of like a Matrix mixed with, what do we call that?
Yes.
You remember that?
Oh, was it on the train?
Yes.
When you're on the train.
Yeah,
Yes. Yes.
This kind of reminds me of that one. Check this one out. This one's kind of cool. So this is you taking cover and then firing out the side. The mobility looks pretty good.
Oh,
Looks
yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, this look, you can tell it's like a rough draft.
Right.
Sure.
Right. 100%. This one is the reload,
is it-
being able to switch.
Is it kind of
weapons.
like a shooting? It looks like,
That's
you know
cool.
how like when they train us to do like the urban warfare
Mm,
in tactical maneuvers
Oh,
and stuff. That's
yeah.
what it looks like. It is like. Did they specify? Are they just trying to show us the mechanics of the game, or are they specifying like that this is basically like a training simulator?
I want to say this looks like we'll go to their website here in a second, but this is them, what they're working on, and I gotta say it looks really freaking good. A little bit of it's janky, but not too far off where it's like I would, like
Yeah.
it's
I
not
mean,
too
it
far
looks
off from
playable.
good. Yeah,
It looks playable, even if some things are a little odd.
yeah.
No worse than freaking Bethesda.
I think it looks. I just caught that comment. I think it looks quite fluid.
Yeah.
By the looks of it.
Yes, right. It looks super realistic.
Especially when she's. I think you're getting onto it now. When she's moving from left to right, if you just look at the leg movement and how her feet move, it just looks very fluid.
Yeah.
Like even climbing on the walls.
Yeah.
Very
Definitely
fluid.
more realistic than some of the stuff.
Yeah,
we've
yeah,
seen.
yeah.
100%. Yeah, that's what kind
Especially
of
if she
blew me
would
away
have
about it.
fallen, that would have definitely been me.
But it looks really freaking good. All right, so let's go to their website really quick. Go all the way back up here. We go to their website. Here we are. So this gives a description. Here we go. It says, we're not just a team. We are two passionate brothers and multidisciplinary artists with a background in cinema. And so the developers of
so that
Kenna,
makes sense.
yeah. So the developers of Kenna, they were making commercials and things like that before they made that game. This has the same feel to me.
Kenna's a good game.
It is a good game, yeah. As cinematographers, visual artists, and 3D enthusiasts, we bring a unique blend of creativity and technical expertise to the development of this game. With a keen eye for capturing captivating visuals and a deep understanding of storytelling, we are committed to crafting an immersive and visually stunning experience. Our combined skills and shared love for the cinematic arts allow us to approach game development from a holistic perspective, ensuring that every aspect from visuals to gameplay is carefully crafted to evoke emotions and transport players to extraordinary worlds. Okay. This is all they have right now. Here's their.
That's very good for just 2 people.
Yeah.
That's very good.
It almost
Very
makes you
good.
feel like they have like other people helping behind the scenes. Because yeah, man, that's I would have to wonder how long has it been in development.
Yeah.
I mean, I could see just 2 of them pulling off what they did.
Yeah.
It's obviously taken some time, especially it depends on, like, are they having to do this as a side project around other jobs?
Gotcha. Yeah. Yep.
It explains why it looks so good and why there are some areas that are definitely still needing development. But this looks more like a pitch video to me. Like,
Yeah.
hey, you want to invest?
Gotcha. Yeah.
And also to show progress as it's going. Like,
Right on.
somebody could buy up this game.
Yeah. You know what's really messed up? I didn't even get
It does look good.
It does. Here, back to the website. This is did they have a studio name, or is it just Project Diaz with an engaging story? No, I think
What's
yeah,
their email address?
Ethanol Games.
Oh, okay.
Yes, Ethanol Games is the name of the studio. And then here, anyway. But yeah, Ethanol Games is the name of the studio. This is Project DS. I want to say this is their first project. This is my shout out to Ethanol Games. We would love to have one of you, both of you on to talk about this project. What you have right now is absolutely ridiculous looking. It looks awesome. It looks like something I would love to play. So, come on. We'll
really
happily
does.
have you in to talk about this project and what went into this, where the idea come from, what sparked it. Any prior projects? Did you work on games before this, or was it just like just purely movie making and stuff like that? We would love to have you on. We would love to host you. So, with all that being said, what are we playing right now? I know you were playing Judge, Scotty, or what is it?
Judgment.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, I'm still playing Judgment. To be honest, I started playing Killing Instinct again.
Right
I
on,
just
right
love
on.
that game.
Stream it.
Yeah, I know, get my butt kicked. But other than that, obviously went back to Ghost of Tsushima, just obviously like refresh my memory of the video.
Very cool.
Probably a bit of Sifu, just do a bit of that.
Yeah.
Just to again refresh my memory for the video. But yeah, I will complete Judgment at some point.
Right on.
We'll get there. But
You got a
life
lot of
life
irons
gets
on
in
the
the way.
fire right now.
yeah,
Yeah, man.
It happens.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Sounds like me.
GG.
I haven't played anything at all this entire week.
Yeah.
You've been playing
moving.
House.
Yeah, I've been playing the game of moving and packing.
There is an
It's
actual
not
game
nearly
like
as
that.
fun as I thought it was gonna be. That simulator sucks. I'm just kidding. Yeah, I'm still.
Yeah. Moving out.
Horizon Zero Dawn is a huge game and it takes forever.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be a bit, and then I play Fallout and other things in between, but
Yeah.
Right now I'm just gonna be playing the game of life.
Yeah. Right on.
What about you, Fox? What have you got going on?
I haven't picked up my Portal or my PlayStation controller in like a month. The last time I streamed was the last time.
Portal.
Yeah. I got it like maybe a week or two after it dropped, because the user set for me, it made sense. You know what I mean? So I picked it up.
Yeah.
But if I have time today, I will pick up the sticks a little bit. I'm not gonna stream it. I gotta get done with Black Myth Wukong. I put off the story too long, and you know how like you play one game and then you go back to another game and you just forget completely the controls.
Oh yeah.
That's what we're gonna be dealing with for for a while. And Black Myth is not the one you want to play with like that.
Yeah. Well, holidays are like really busy for you at work. So
well,
plus you've got your little pack of boxes.
So next week looks pretty open for me. I won't be going out of town, I think, at all. So that's awesome. Gives me time to, butter the cake, butter the turkey, and then do all that stuff to prep work for that. So it's gonna be fun.
Oh, Thanksgiving, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. When is that?
I want to say it's the
That
20th.
will be this Thursday.
Yeah, but
Okay, I'll be sure to message you guys.
Oh,
And
right on.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, sweetheart. Yeah, my daughter already informed me, you better have that mattress set up by Wednesday night. I was like, what the hell are you yelling at me for? And then she was like, because it's Thanksgiving next week. And I was just like, I know, I got a big kitchen that I get to cook in this year.
Yeah.
On.
My kitchen's huge.
Love that.
Like, I can't wait. Bring
Goodness
it.
gracious.
But yeah, she was just like, you better have that. I was like, whoa.
Goodness.
And it's then the next day is Black Friday, isn't it?
I want to say yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know we do Black Friday here now, right?
Do you? Did you know
Yeah.
that? I think it was Eisenhower. President Eisenhower. They moved up Thanksgiving by 1 week in order to give you an extra week of Christmas shopping. Did you know that?
Oh,
Look it up.
Oh.
Eisenhower, you dirty
I
dog.
want to say it was
you.
I could be totally wrong, but one of the presidents did it. I know that for sure.
No worries.
But I will not be going anywhere.
Right.
But my daughter did tell me that she is off on Friday as well. So I was like, sweet, you can hang out with me.
Yeah. Let's get these turkeys basted. All right. Happy early Thanksgiving. I don't know.
Happy early
'cause
Thanksgiving pups.
next time we jump on, I think Thanksgiving will be
it'll
over.
be done by then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
Happy Thanksgiving, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hope you have a
Happy
good
Thanksgiving to everyone in the chat and anyone that's watching right now. Yeah.
Through that. And,
Whether you're
and
here
Scotty,
or the pond, wherever you are.
if you decide to come on this side of the pond, you can always come and have turkey with us.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
mean I've been to America before.
I know
New
you
York.
have.
Back again.
New York.
You haven't been down to this crazy
Yeah.
part yet.
Oh,
Great
yeah?
song, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I know,
That is a
right?
great song.
Yeah. Right on.
But we'll get that booked in. I'm serious.
Yes.
I will fly over.
I'm
I will fly
serious
over.
too. I cook
I'm a man of my
really
word.
good. I cook really good, Scotty. I cook really good.
Yeah.
I
Freaking
cook too.
right on. Yeah. And if you want to pop on over here, dude, yeah, get some more turkey. It's Thanksgiving
That's
is all
right.
about stuffing yourself and then napping after. That's what it's all about.
Sounds like my type of party.
You're awesome. Oh my goodness.
I actually used to be skinny when I was a teenager, and I remember I would get up because, like, for some reason, my stepmom's family, we always ate at like 7, 8 o'clock at night for Thanksgiving dinner. So like I would go next door and I would eat with them, and then I would go to my best friend's house and we would have like a early dinner / late lunch. And then like at night I would go over to my grandparents' house and eat. So I always had a minimum of 3 Thanksgiving dinners.
Right on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think we'll sign off now. You guys, thank you again. This is awesome. We're missing a couple
See you,
people,
everyone,
but
next week.
yeah.
Thank you, Loki. Thanks for all the comedy you brought over here. this week.
And you had some really great
Yeah.
questions.
Yeah,
And then-
thanks everyone in the
Yeah.
chat.
And-
John DBZ, where you at? I've not seen you in a while.
I know,
I hope you are
John.
well. I hope you are well.
Yeah, same. Yeah. He might just
And
be
they-
working a lot. This might be
True.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And shout out to Nas. Shout out to Kenshin.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Shout out
We
to
missed you
Bunny.
this
Shout out
week.
to Lord Beerus.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to Loki. Shout out to Yorch.
Yes.
I think I've got everyone.
Yes.
Let's wrap it up.
Oh my gosh.
And Bunny, I love you. Thank you for showing up. And Spirit, I still love you.
Yeah. All right, guys.
Begrudgingly.
I'll see you guys on the other side.
All right, see
All
you
right,
guys.
everybody have a great
Bye.
week. We'll see
Have a
you
good one. See ya.
next
Bye.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you to the panel. It was freaking fantastic. We did have some kind of some heavy stuff going on today, just because the topics were kind of heavy. You know, a lot of seeing into the future with your crystal ball. I think they did a freaking fantastic job. All their stuff will be in the description if you want to see more of their stuff. I can recommend both of these creators and all our creators. They're all awesome. But their platforms will be down in the description. If you want to look at more of our stuff, we have a Rolodex of stuff. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We do appreciate it. And for everyone that was watching, commenting especially, thank you. Because without you, it'd be no reason to get up at 5:30 in the morning on a Saturday. So we appreciate you very much. You should be able to catch us next Saturday. Thanksgiving should be all the way done, all the festivities and things like that. So you can catch us next Saturday, same time. Until then, keep it casual. Peace.